my God, why have you abandoned me? Why are you so far away when I groan for help? Every year during Holy Week, this question that Jesus asks while hanging on the cross, this quote that he recited from the Old Testament, it haunts me. It unsettles me. I want to run from the question. Why? Why abandoned me, Father? The one person on this earth who should be the closest to you. I'm the one person nearest to your ear. In the middle of Jesus' earthly ministry, he told the people who were around him this. John chapter 8, verse 29. The one who sent me is with me. He has not left me alone, because I always do what pleases him. Yet, on the cross, we hear the haunting question of Jesus. My God, why have you abandoned me? And the psalm continues, why are you so far away when I groan for help? Too many people in the church try to gloss over this question with simple answers wrapped in Christianese language. I don't want us to do that this year. I want us to ask the why questions, and I want us to be willing to sit without answers. I want us to feel the weight of when why isn't answered. You know, if you've had kids or you've ever been around them, you're familiar with the question why. At times it can get asked over and over and over again. Why? Mommy, why? Why? Daddy, why? 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 Sometimes this is the kid being playful, but other times it is the kid whining. It's the child complaining. We know that when Jesus asked why, it was none of these. It was not a question of playfulness, or of him complaining, or of him whining. In fact, the last part of verse 1 of Psalm 22, the end of it, the psalmist says, why are you so far away when I groan for help? That word in the Greek, groan, literally means to roar. Now, the King James Version reads the end of this verse, why are you so far away from the words of my roaring? Jesus' why is not a complaining that he's going through something difficult. Jesus' words are the roar, the raspy scream of someone in distress. Why, my God, have you abandoned me? Had the Father checked out? Had he turned his face away? Had he left the building and left the people, left Jesus to fend for themselves, to fend for himself? This why that Jesus asks unsettles me. What made it even worse was that in the last couple of weeks, as I studied this passage, I came across something that author John Goldengay wrote in his commentary. He said, God listens to Jesus asking, why have you abandoned me? And God does nothing. God's abandonment lies not in going away, but in being present and yet doing nothing. Have you ever felt this? Knew in your heart of hearts that God had not left, but questioned why he didn't step in? Why he didn't respond to your cries for help? This week, Holy Week, as we reflect on this question of why, and as we wrestle with why not being answered, I want you to do two things each day. The first is this. Read Psalm 22. Each day. Let that be part of your daily time with God. Now, the second thing might be more challenging. I want you to look deep within yourself. Now, maybe you won't even have to look that deep, but look for that question of why that you want to ask God. The question that he hasn't answered and perhaps still won't. If you're not sure of where to even begin reflecting about this why question, maybe start here. Where is your greatest pain? Where is your greatest regret? Where is your greatest sorrow? Perhaps your why stems from one of those questions. Now this week, don't ask the why question expecting God to answer. Jesus asked the Father why, and the Father literally and figuratively left him hanging. Just be willing this week to ask your why question and allow the God who is present but silent to be there with you. Let the question begin deep within you, and over the next several days, let that why slowly become the roar of your heart. Psalm 22:1. My God, why have you abandoned me? Why are you so far away when I groan for help?